One of my uncle, he came and said, "Hey, your party is dead, you cannot cry. Sorry, you cannot laugh, you have to cry." I looked at him. He was new to the village, it means new to the house. He is living outside. He just walked in because nobody will dare to talk to me. In the house, I was the king from the beginning. I looked at him. இப்போதான் வந்தல்ல, அதான் யார்கிட்ட பேசுகிறேன்னு தெரியல உனக்கு. I was standing and looking at him. Just now you came, na? That's why you don't know to whom you are talking. I continued laughing. And I was not budging or I was not crying. And this fellow, this foolish fellow, he thought I am a small kid. So he can get away with it. He just slapped me. He just slapped me saying, "You have to cry." That's it. My Kundalini awakened. Second time when he raised the hand, I just stopped his hand. Magane kaiya ongana. I told him, again you stretch your hand. I stared at him so powerfully, so strongly, and my voice, my father ran and came. And I told that my uncle holding the hand, "Hey, magane kaiya ongana." தெருவில் போய் நின்று வர்றவங்க அத்தனை பேருக்கு சொல்லுவேன், பாட்டி செத்தோடனே நீங்க ஒருத்தன அளவில் சொத்தை தாண்டா முதல்ல பிரிச்சிங்க. I said I will go and stand in the street and tell whoever comes, when the old lady died, granny died, none of you cried, you guys are only bothered about sharing the jewels. I will go out and tell everyone. Immediately my father started begging that my uncle, "Hey, இவன் சொன்னா செய்வான்டா, உனக்கு தெரியாதடா இவனை பத்தி. எனக்கு தாண்டா தெரியும், சும்மாறா, இவனை ஏன்டா அடிக்க வந்த." Means my father is begging him, if this fellow says he will do, don't disturb him, leave him, why are you torturing him? So finally my uncle got frightened that I will go out and stand and tell, because that fellow himself was not there during the dividing, but his wife was there taking a share. So he was afraid, now I will go out and tell all the fellows who are coming that they never bothered about her, they were bothered only about the jewel sharing. He was afraid. So he put me into the room and locked. Just to escape from me, that I should not tell others, he put me into the room and locked. Now still I am telling that. If you would have allowed me only for few people, I would have told. Now you see, still I am telling that, and that also for the international people. Something happened only in that room. When he put me into the room and locked, when I sat, I could see completely. Please listen, listen. This is the cognitive shift. I lost respect for social structure. Father is a father, mother is a mother, brother is a brother, sister is a sister, grandmother is grandmother. The whole innocent respect I had for the whole system collapsed. I just lost the whole interest or the whole respect. I am so clear, all relationships are just business deals. It is all only the convenience. I tell you, no one was ever able to condition me, but little bit of respect I had. Because of the respect, voluntarily I accepted some conditioning from people. So, of course, when I accept voluntarily, it cannot be conditioning. Whatever I accepted, The whole thing I threw out. Whole thing I threw out. I'll describe more in a very detailed, elaborate words. That social structure, any child will have an innocent respect on the social structure as a face value. How many of you understand this? Mother is a mother, father is a father, uncle is an uncle, aunt is an aunt, granny is a granny. You understand? You always feel they are all going to be standing by you. You are going to be standing by them forever. Just because uncle brings a biscuit, is a good guy. Auntie brings a toy, is a great guy, great woman in your life. Father gives a packet money, he is the hero. The whole thing just collapsed. All relationships are business deals. All relationships are only matter of convenience. Uncle acts as an uncle because it is convenient for him. Grandmother acts as a grandmother because it is convenient for her. Mother is a mother because it's a convenience. Please understand. This cognitive shift made me completely move out of my family. That day I was a sannyasi. That day I was a sannyasi. I always used to think I will take sannyas, that's different. That day consciously I was a sannyasi. Something like 45 minutes they have not opened the door, that room door. My father was afraid. What was he doing inside? Is he sleeping or doing some foolish thing? He knows I'm a strong guy. He was afraid I would have broken everything in the room. I was a very strong child. Strong means 2-ton weight cart, teakwood cart, I'll tumble, I'll turn it just through one hand. Once my uncle was sleeping on the cart. Have you seen the village cart, double carts, made out of teakwood with that mosquito, for that mosquito net, there will be a big arch kind of a thing, and it's almost like a separate room it will be. How many of you have seen that? During the marriage, they will give this as a gift, as a dowry. Somebody told me, I was a 3-year-old child, and told me, go and call the uncle, he is sleeping. I went and tried to call him, and he did not wake up. I just tumbled the cart. Like literally a Shiva Bhuta inside a small body. And I do remember once, that was the time the VHS cassette player was introduced in India. They call it TV deck. Have you seen? It will be big. And those cassettes are also will be big, and you have to insert it. Then it will play, first sound will come. Then it will start playing. So in the house, they brought that TV deck and kept. And for something was going on in the house, some funny game was going on. I picked up the dosa tawa, the stone on which they make dosas. In villages they use that a small stone slab. It will be made out of stone. I don't know what is the name. They call it, they will make the dosa and it will be made out of stone. Griddle. I just picked up that griddle out of the left hand and threw. It went and got inserted into where you put the cassette. Then something like 20 feet it flew. And it got inserted into the cassette, where you insert the cassette. I think those moments are the moments of that Kalabhairava using the body. And my father came and politely said, Kana, அதில் கேசட் தான் போடணும், தோசை தவாலாம் போட்டால் சினிமா தெரியாது கண்ணு. Means you have to put a cassette in that, only then you can see cinema. If you put a dosa tawa, you cannot see cinema. Very strong person. So my father was afraid that I may break the whole room. So after 45 minutes, he came and opened the door. I was not even coming out. I was just sitting in samadhi. Then my father slowly said, Swami, please come out. I just opened my eyes. First time I was seeing him not as a father. Please understand, he is no more my father. He does not understand what has happened in me. But what happened in me was too strong, powerful cognition. My respect for human beings disappeared. All of you understand what I am saying? See, not human beings as human beings, but as these relationships. I felt all these relationships are just artificial, the business convenience. There is no love in it, there is no authenticity in it. I just walked out, came out and stood, and still I was not sad. I bothered only about one thing. Oh, she died, and I will not have my candy from today. That was the only thing I was missing. But I could see very clearly, I am neither sad, but now I am not laughing. I was more in the mood of just smile. Okay, you guys, do what you want. I went and picked up my Bhagavad Gita. I had Bhagavad Gita even at that age, and started reading 15th chapter, because I heard that if you read that 15th chapter, that person will become enlightened or have moksha. So I started reading. I still remember from the house till they took the body and cremated, I continued to read the Bhagavad Gita to liberate her. Finished and came back. After that, never interacted with the family as a usual child. Never had an interaction with the family as a usual child. Only I'll spend with my mother, time with my mother. Almost like I understood the first death taught the lesson of impermanence. The second death did the cognitive shift of all relationships are arrangement for convenience. There is no integrity or authenticity in any of the relationships. So this gave me a very clear decision that I will take the responsibility for it and I will find the solution for it.